This is continuation. You can take them out. You say to Papa San or Mama San, I want to take these girls out tonight. I want to take the girl out with me. So you pay maybe $30, $40, and you take the girl, and the girl can go out for dinner. You girl can go out in the town. You can go to her place. You get some food, go to her place, stuff like that, and you do what a man and a woman's gonna do. But like I said, the girls did that because they can make more in one night or 1 month than their parents would make in a whole year. Okay? It's still like that. They would make more in one, if they still have stuff like that, I'm sure it's still going on. They can make more in one night being with you and send money home to take care of their mother, their father, relatives, or if they got kids, take care of their kids. They be fed for that night, for one night or 1 month of working there. Like I said, more than a whole year, what their parents would make. So they did it. They did it to survive, to take care of their parents and stuff like that. Take care of people they love. So they sold themselves. And if they got lucky, they might find a guy that really like them, that want to get them out of there, that really, they may impress you. And you may go, I like this girl. I want to take her, I want to marry her. And a lot of guys did. I mean, the quickest I know somebody put in a request to get married was 2 weeks. How you doing? Okay. In 2 weeks, he put in a request after being over there for 2 weeks to marry the girl. He got there 2 weeks before I did. So I noticed everybody on base was looking at me strange when I got there. Now this is about a month now, so I've been there for 2 weeks. He been there for about a month, and everybody pointing at me. Is that the one? That the one? I said, hold on. How come you guys looking at me? They said, we heard that you only been here for 2 weeks, and you already asked the girl to marry you. I said, what? What? Are you kidding? Y'all look that stupid to you? But one guy actually did. He from Detroit, my hometown. He was from Detroit, so we both were from Detroit. We both were black, and we're both about the same age. But he got there 2 weeks before I did, and he already proposed to a girl. So I got it straightened out. That wasn't me, you idiot. I look that stupid to you, So I got it straightened out, and I found out who it was, and I never said anything to him about. But 2 weeks. That is how quick they would make you fall in love with them, because they're different than American women. And this is before feminism went rampant here in America. That was back in the 70s, that's 74, 75 and on. I mean, they are so different. And those are the bar girls. Those were the bar girls. Those are the girls who was out there hooking, who were trying to make enough money to take care of their family. Not like American girls, they give it up and they see nothing wrong but sleep with 100 guys for free. If you give them dinner or something like that, then you have to give them dinner. They'll come and hit on you. So, I mean, it was like that. So that was one of the things I like about them. So that you got that type of girl. Then you got the type of girl who works as a maid. My second trip to the Philippines, I had 2 maids. One of my maids on a scale of 1 to 10 was an 8, and one was about a 5 or 6. They're both young girls, about 18, 17, and younger. They're young girls. Me and my girlfriend at the time, she knew them, so we hired them. And I had to keep my friends away from them. My friends were always trying to get my maids. They were always, so we made sure that my shipmates didn't get a hold to them. And when I left the Philippines the second time, I made sure they left a longer part. I had them save all the money I paid them, and I paid them like $50 a month. So I had 2 maids for like $50 a month. And for them, for me that was $350, but for them, I'm not sure if I paid them $50 each. Okay, it's been a long time, it's been 48 years, or I gave them $25 a piece. I never $50, I'm not sure if it was each, but I paid them more money than anybody else would have paid them. And when I left, I made sure that they left town and went back to their province. Me and my lady, we made sure that they left and went back to their province. We went back home. And we told them, look, you got enough money, you saved all your money, I paid you, I fed you, stuff like that. You didn't have to spend your money on food. So go back home and start a sorry store or something. Go back to your province. And they did. They went back to their province. Now, you get a girl like that, a maid. She may be a maid. No, nobody else slept with them. I never tried to sleep with them. I'm not that type of guy. unless somebody offered it to me. They offered it to me. I came home and found them in my bed. That would have been a different story. I got stories like that too. But and then there's the everyday Filipino girl that that mom and dad stuff. They stand with mom and dad. One of my Filipino girlfriends, we had a girl that lived next door to her, and I really liked this girl. But her dad was a police officer, and he lived next door to me. And I used to go there and flirt with her. She was a very nice-looking young lady. She would have made a good wife. But across the street from her was another girl that liked me. And this is the one I'm going to tell you about. I'm not going to mention her name, but I put some information down, and she'll know that I'm talking about it. But this girl here, I had 2 kids born in the Philippines, a boy and a girl. Born 11 months apart, 10, 11 months apart. So I had 2 born there. And I wasn't married to their mom. And the mom was married to another guy. And she left the kids with me, and I left the kids with this girl that I knew in the Philippines. This family I knew. Me and that family got to be real good friends and stuff like that. So I would send them $200 a month to take care of my kid. But they had an older daughter. And I flipped the other, joke around with the older daughter. I was joking around with her. Little did I know what I was doing was messing her up for the rest of her life. So I would joke with her. And, I married, I left the kid with them. I was married to another Filipina, that my first marriage, my first wife. I was married to her. And I left my kids with her by sending her money. They got money every month. I gave her power of attorney over all my things in the Philippines. So she had the power to do whatever she wanted to do. And she did a good job taking care of my kids from about 3 years old to about 11 years old, 11 to 14 years old. So it depends. Which the boy, she took care of him about 14. The girl, she took care of her till she about 11. So little did I know that this woman was in love with me. Little did I know. Now let's jump to about 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Me and my daughter was talking, and she said, "Daddy, what are you gonna do about this girl?" "What girl?" She said, "You know who? I'm not gonna mention names." She said, "She's in love with you. She told me to ask you something." I said, what does she want to know? She said, "She's been waiting for you all these last years, Dad. She's been waiting for you to come back to get her. She want to know if you want her, or should she find someone else?" I said, "She's been waiting all these years." I'm talking about 30-something years. 30-something years. I mean, so I'm in my 60s, she's in her 60s, and she waited all this doggone time for me. I was never attracted to her. I'm no more attracted to her now than I was then. So I told my daughter, tell her, get in touch with her. I said, tell her let me wait till you pick up that back. Tell her she's free to find someone else. I release her. Little did I know she was saving herself for me. She probably still a virgin up to that point. She saved herself for me for about 40-something. My kids are 46 and 45. So this had like 5 years ago. So she saved herself for me. Saved herself. You won't find that in America. You'll find that in Asia, which is why I recommend Asian women. Because if you get yourself a down-home Asian woman who family-oriented, been with her family, never known anyone, you got a woman that will never wait for you till hell freezes over. I was surprised. So I gave her permission to go ahead and find someone else. I gave her permission. You won't find that here in America. You won't find that in the Western world. Rarity is very rare if there's anyone out there. But you will find that in Asia. And that's another thing I like about the Asian woman. That's another thing I like about them, is that. So I recommend you, young man. There's hustlers. They're hustlers, but if you can get over there, or you can get out there and get around among the real Filipinos, not the city folks. Well, some city folks, but you get out there in the country, and mingle with the people, get to know them. You just might find yourself a jewel. you might find a diamond, a 40-carat diamond that will make you happy for the rest of your life. So this is mainly for you young guys that's in your 20s and teen, high school, even high school. But just watch out what you do, because there are hustlers out there. Like, so there's the bar girls, and then there's the regular girls. And the thing about it, they speak English too. So they're bilingual. They can speak English, and they probably know about 2 or 3 different languages. They not only got to know English, they got to know the language of other people in their country. So in their country, there may be 30, 40 different dialects. I speak a little Tagalog. Let's see. Mgtow, I love you. Hoy, hey, halika dito, hoy, come here. Hindi ayoko, no, I don't like. Oh, talaga, yes, really, and stuff like that. So I didn't learn that much English, their language, because they knew our language pretty well. They knew our language pretty good. So they're efficient in English, very efficient in English, probably more than anybody in Asia. More than the Japanese girls and everything. The Japanese girls, I'll tell you what I liked about them too. So that's one reason why I recommend them over American women. I highly recommend them over American women. There's no competition there. I know there's some good American women too, but after looking at all those ladies standing out there, it's my body. I don't have nothing to do with them. Yeah, unless I meet one that catch my eye and she's interested in me and she thinks along the same line that I do, I don't have nothing to do with them. And I'm not looking for young girls. I'm in my 60s. I don't mind. I met one woman up here in America, up in Michigan, that impressed me. You know, she had been married to a guy for a long time. He died, and it's a different story. But like I say, I fell for her. What can I say? I fell for her. She would have had me wrapped around her finger. But now she's married to someone else. There's nothing I can do about it. And I really didn't think anything would work out between me and her anyway. You know, so, but I still think of her. Okay? So, no, I'm not madly in love, but I think about it. She's on my mind. She impressed me. And I'm not that easy to impress. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here. Continue on the next one.